Hello and welcome. Wait a minute. No, that's wrong. Hello and welcome everybody to PGA Tour 2K23, where Num Thumbs Gaming Golf League and in association with AAA Broadcasting presents the first ever AAA Broadcasting Match Play Cup. This is going to be fun. And all jokes aside, guys, this is going to be an absolutely fun broadcast. We got people playing some golf, all in a playoff format. Let's go ahead and show everybody what the bracket looks like here tonight. Our first match of the evening is going to be DW versus Alan Brown. You got Railroad Carl and Ryan76 playing match number 2. With Cubby Adam Turner in match number 3, and match number 4 is going to be Alan English and Morris Wanchuk. You got the winner moves on, the loser goes on home, except for us broadcasters. We stick around to hang out and keep talking and making fun of everybody else. Oh my goodness, guys, this is going to be absolutely fun and insane. Due to no in-game sound, let's have a little bit of just chill background music here tonight, and we're going to get things kicked off here on hole number 1 with match number 1 here in just a second. So speaking of hole number 1, let's go ahead and do a little flyby to show what these golfers will be having a problem with here. Hole number 1, a nice starting par 5. Multiple options here off the tee. You can go to the right, which is much wider of a landing area. However, it takes the angle away from the green a little bit. Most golfers will try to go to the left there, a little bit more narrow. Coming back down the hill into the green, not a relatively long approach. Danger on the left and the right. Backstop behind the pin there on the front right. Expect some eagle putts. However, you can also expect some large scores being made here on hole number 1. So without further ado, everybody, let's go ahead and get this tournament all started. We got myself, Sci-Fi Drive-By, also known as Alan Brown, on the tee to get things started off. Here we go. Ooh, starts off a little bit of a push, but it looks like it'll come back to the fairway. And it is safe and sound in the short stuff. Long tee shot here, 340 yards. Next on the tee is going to be DW, as he prepares to get all set up. Just a quick little reminder on match play rules. Score only matters for that hole. Once when you move on, it's a whole nother match. DW with a good solid swing here, right down the middle of the short stuff. He's going to be all safe and sound as well. Let's see, can he match Brown's drive? Not quite. He's going to sit a little bit behind him here. Shot number 2, about 25 feet down to the next pin, to the pin here, 207 yards. Definitely going hybrid or maybe even with an iron here. Massive wind blowing coming from behind. Pushes just a little right, hoping for a kick, doesn't get it. He filters not all the way down to the bunker, though, into the heavy rough. Now, here comes Brown. He's going to be clubbing down a couple times here. 7-iron might not be quite enough, so he's going to go 6-iron. Add a little bit of spin to it. Slope is going to carry this ball just a little bit to that right, so he's aiming left. Good swing timing there. His ball also moving off to the right here, and he goes off into the thick stuff. Walking down the fairway, not happy with that shot. Brown is now still going to be away, though. It's got a difficult up and down, got to get back up over the hill. Pretty flat pin placement, but the ball is well above his feet.
Where's the beer cart lady, eh?
Oh, the beer cart lady is somewhere around hole 19 there, Mr. Adam Turner.
All right, I'll have to wait.
I was wondering if we were going to
Oh, I was going to
in.
introduce you guys here in a minute.
All right.
Oh, sorry, eh?
You hose head, take off.
Too busy watching Browns playing golf. Crazy.
Oh, DW with not the best of chips to come back on up. Gotta try to chip this one in for the par, and he makes it. So this is for the win. Or excuse me, no, this is for the tie for Brown. Nice little 5-footer. He makes it, and we will now move on to group number 2, which is going to be Ryan and Railroad Carl. All set to tee off now. Thank you guys for watching. On course, we have Mr. Alan English and Mr. Adam Turner ready to bring you guys some of this live great action. Alan, Adam, we have had some fantastic rounds playing with each other. Well, now we're playing against each other and some of these great Numb Thumbs folks over here. This is going to be an absolute blast as Ryan hits a fantastic tee shot, electing to go to the right-hand side of the fairway this time.
Yeah, I'm curious where Railroad Carl got its name. That's interesting. You have any speculation there, English?
Well, he told us, but I don't remember. I've drank a lot and slept since then, so.
I wasn't there for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, it's running the railroad. I don't know.
Well, we appreciate everybody joining us over there in the YouTube chat for tonight's experimental coverage of PGA Tour 2K23 for the Numb Thumbs gaming community for their golf league. So this looks interesting to you. You like to play golf? You like to iRace, DayZ, Farm Sim, American Truck Simulator? Go over there and check them out. Numb Thumbs gaming community. They can be found on Facebook pretty easily. So send them a message if you have any questions and join the Discord.
You're very subdued. Like you're actually at the golf course.
I'm trying not to yell and mess up Railroad Carl's shot here.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to do that.
And both Ryan and Carl end up going down to that bottom right-hand side choice of the fairway. Very difficult to get to the green from here.
Albert Anderson remarking he loves the smooth jazz music playing in the background.
Yeah, because, you know, we are playing golf here. We don't need anything too wild and crazy.
Jerry Lee Lewis banging away at the ivories out there. That wouldn't really fit the... Well, I don't know. Play that when I'm on the tee. I don't care.
Play Jerry Lee Lewis anywhere, anytime. I'd play Metallica on the golf course. I actually have been on the golf course with Metallica blaring in my cart. So I don't really care what prototypical golf people think. I can jam some Metallica if I want to while I'm playing golf.
Yeah.
But I do like your choice of music tonight, Brown. It's soothing.
Just up ahead on hole number 2, DW and Alan both tied that one once again with a birdie, so they're moving on now to hole number 3. Here back on hole number 1. Looks like that was a pretty good chip for Ryan. He's going to put it up kind of close to the hole here.
Ooh, Cubby's teeing off.
Sorry, having some technical difficulties on my end.
That's all right. The screen share running for whatever reason just a little rough. Ooh, bad shot on Alan back on 3. Ends up near a bunker, but that's okay. He'll probably chip that one in. EW is now up as Ryan trying to make this putt to win the hole and go 1-up in their match early on. Going with a solid 3-click. Oh, just misses to the low side a little bit there. That one's going to leave some work as we move on now towards where match number 3 is. Looks like Cubby getting all lined up here on the tee, just waiting for the green to clear because you never know. He might put it all the way on there in one shot.
He's got quite a bit of wind here. 11 miles an hour. That's pretty tough. So, see what he does.
Cubby and Turner looking almost like twins out there. Similar hairstyles and
We planned it.
facial hair, I see.
They didn't let my guy become fat, so I had to be like just a
I know.
regular,
I was
regular
hoping
guy.
that'd be an option. I mean, what does Daly do when he plays this game? I mean, damn.
I know. They're fat shaming us by not letting us
They're
have our,
fattists.
have our fat emojis. Ooh, that's a good shot, looks like.
All the fatism around now.
Wow. All right. Well, it's going to be hard to beat Cubby over in my end, guys. I'm already feeling it.
Cubby well off the tee here. Turner now teeing off for the first time here tonight. Brown loses hole number 3 to DW here. He's gonna
Oh,
big wall to climb. Oh, as Turner hooks one into the deep stuff here. Ooh, he's gonna have to GT this one up and already off to a rough start.
Check out
Really?
the wind. Go with out
Yeah.
there 15 miles an hour gusting.
oh. I actually hit one decent, huh? But a little too late. Oh no. Well, the old sand got me there. Here comes Cubby with his second shot. Ooh.
So match play today, meaning whoever gets the lowest score on the hole will get a point, but they'll go up or down. I think that's how it works.
That is correct.
AS meaning all square. Everybody's even at this point. Of course, no result on the first hole yet. Group number 3 will walk it down towards the green.
Yeah, while they're floundering away,
Oh.
let's go ahead and go check back in at with match number 2. Good close approach there from Orion, trying to go one up in this match.
Sorry, I'm on a little bit of a delay. It's difficult to comment on you guys as groups. Sure, we'll get a workaround going for that, I think, eventually.
Oh, DW going 2 up on Brown here and a few groups ahead. Back on hole number 3.
Tough match for me.
Tough putt by Ryan there.
Oh, just squeaks by the hole. So we got Cubby going 1 up.
Oh.
We currently have DW and Allen. That match is currently with DW on up, as Ryan and Carl are still currently tied as they head on over to the 3rd hole.
Oh. I just hit the lake, but I got hit a piece of wood and bounced right onto the green, just like Caddyshack.
Just like Caddyshack over there. Well, sometimes, however you get there is how you get there. We head on over to group number 4 here in just a second. They get set to tee off here. Those guys currently loading on in.
Oh, teeing off on the first hole. Morris Wanchuk. This is a tricky pair of fairways here. Looks like he's taken the left way. Great shot there, right towards the end. Ends up in the cabbage there. 305-yard drive. Alan English set to tee off. Let's see if he takes the same approach. Like he is.
Cubby and myself have the hole. I'm sorry, English.
So Cubby still one up in that match. DW and Brown currently finishing up hole number 5.
Cubby had a terrible approach shot here on the 3rd.
And DW goes 3 up. Surprising to note that he and Brown have had multiple matches, and Brown has yet to win a match because DW obviously cheats.
Ooh.
Alan English trying to recover from his bounce around off the rocks in the sand bunker shot, trick shot there. He'll make it back onto the fairway. The Morris's turn here. From the rough.
Need more beer for this course.
Back up ahead on hole number 6, got Brown and DW currently teeing off. Very tricky par 4. You can get aggressive here, but if you get too aggressive, you could wind up in some super deep trouble. Brown with a good tee shot. DW previously there had a solid tee shot as well, finding the fairway. Let's head on back to match number 2, where Ryan finds himself one up in his match against Carl here. Another split fairway decision, electing to go with the right-hand fairway, which opens up the hole just a little bit. We have a great tee shot there from Ryan. Back on hole number 1, a long putt for Catfish Allen here. Trying to put this one close, but it runs downhill and away. That's going to leave a testy leave.
That is Morris Wanchuk with the long putt, and he's putting uphill now, though, so make a little bit better path. Oh, so close. Alan English electing to pull the flag pole. Got an 11 footer here. Overshoots it and to the left. Five-footer to go here. Finally got it. Morris Wanchuk squares it up, and the group 4 remains tied.
So they now go and head on down to hole number 2. We do a quick little flyover of hole number 7, a very difficult hole for these guys coming on up ahead. A little zig and a little bit of zag as both Brown and DW about ready to tee up over there. Brown's just picking up a quick hole win to bring that match back to 2 down for him. A very tight landing area with water in front and behind the green on hole number 7. Definitely can come into play here as we head on back to match number 1. Brown getting ready to tee off here as he gets the honors back. A 9-mile-an-hour wind blowing into these guys right now. That's going to be difficult to land it inside that very narrow fairway. Gets it a little crooked here, approaching the 2 yellow trees. Is he going to hit the tree? No, bounces right by the birch into the fairway. Having a pretty good leave there, so good shot there. DW is going to have a tough one to try to follow up on that one. let's head on back to Mr. Turner and Cubby's match, as it looks like they're in the middle of hitting their approach shots here.
Cubby just hit an eagle to go back one up. He's having a nice round. Oh. Ooh. And I hit one in the drink.
Oh, we got a great chip over here on hole number 2, guys.
Oh, let's
I'll let you know when we get a replay queued up, if we do.
see there the celebration there from Mr. English, having a great chip in there. This is gonna put a difficult task here on Morris Wanchuk to make the putt. Oh, and just lips out. We did have a disconnection over here in match number 1, but they are loading back into it real quick.
You gotta hit the local beer barn, guys. This is getting brutal out here.
Doubt. Ooh, playing it safe here. English trying to leave it near the hole here without overshooting too far. There's a lot of curvature to that green.
Do we have to use the third person? Is that golf etiquette?
I mean, we can. You don't technically have to.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a rule. I don't like violating the rules.
Oh, good shot by Morris.
Man.
Very close to the pin. He continues to roll.
Carl now. Railroad Carl now 2 down, having a very difficult time getting to this green. It's a little past. The approach shot here for Orion. Sticks it pretty close there. Nice level putt here.
I have to go get my own beer. This is getting ridiculous.
Great chip. Oh, Carl almost putting it in the hole for the birdie. Not quite able to do it though. As I will be right back. Just remember, guys, this is a little different broadcast, so be prepared to maybe have some language. Hold on.
What?
DW, play a couple holes out. Don't just skip a hole to go your. Because I think you were
Okay, I got you.
2 up.
Morris Wanchuk able to bring it back to all square for group number 4. Him and Alan English are tied once again.
Oh. There's some pretty good comments. I get too busy. I'm having to play golf. I mean, what in the hell? Let's see here.
Yeah, we do appreciate y'all tuning in here to this first ever PGA Tour broadcast, as we bring you the live action of people hitting it into the water.
That was Alan English on the 3rd hole.
Oh, I'm not paying attention. Shit. Oops.
4th hole. I am sorry.
I hit it off the wood again and onto the green.
Giggity.
Pretty
Man,
good at this.
Mr.
2 down for me.
Mr. Turner, the woodman, having a heck
Yes.
of a time battling here with Cubby, who is on the tee right now. Now, next up to try to get past this very difficult landing area back on hole number 7.
That isn't very fair, Brown, when he can hit the ball that far.
He
350-yard drive.
can hit the ball a long way. Albert Anderson, what time does Shooter McGavin tee off? Approximately right around 9, somewhere near the 9th green as well.
Oh, shh.
I didn't know he qualified.
He did qualify, however, it was just by the skin of his teeth here.
I let off the controller, and it caused me an issue here on the 7th hole.
Oh, Morris Wanchuk with a beautiful putt over here to win hole number 4 in Group 4.
Ooh, cut back to the action here. Morris Wanchuk now 1 up, having another disconnection here in group number 1.
I'm still trying to figure out the replay thing. I don't think it'll let me do a replay unless it was a Sports Illustrated shot.
Oh my goodness. You need to see the replay of Cubby there. He pitched one in. If we can get a replay on that one. What an amazing shot.
Move to Cubby here, match number 3, chipping in. Oh, we just missed that action. However, he is going to...
Oh, it didn't show the replay. Oh well. It did happen. Josh Bittner has a question. Do we keep the shirts tucked in on the links?
Oh,
Yes or no?
Absolutely, it is a 2-stroke penalty if it comes untucked.
I don't.
Oh, Lord.
I always have mine untucked. I'm the untucked guy.
But I'm wearing bib overalls. How's that work?
Ooh, tough one there for Cubby. Finds himself down in the bunker.
Overalls.
So we
Yeah,
head-
your shirt's always tucked in overalls. Go ahead there, bro.
We head back to hole number 2 for just a tap in here. Or believe that was Ryan. Now Railroad Carl to tie the hole here. Tough match going on between these two guys. Ryan is currently up by 3. Looks of it through 6. Going on to the very difficult 7th hole now. Is that group? Yes, we did have some groups play on through. Those of you guys over in the YouTube chat, let me know if the smooth jazz is a little too loud. I don't, it's a golf course. We don't need to blow people's eardrums out. As Ryan puts one over the top of the tall golden tree. Goodness gracious, what a shot. Head on back now to match number 4, where, close to going in over there. It looked like that was Mr. Alan English. So now Mr. Morris Wanchuk with a chip to possibly win the hole here if he can make it. It's rolling. Oh, just skirts on by.
English had a recovery shot to make. He had bounced off the green, over the creek, and into the rough on the other side. Bertiani should have this one in hand. Morris Wanchuk, I'm sorry.
Morris Wanchuk.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Morris did end up taking that hole.
Slides
Giggity.
on by. So Wanchuk now up by 2. Here's a enter the stretches of these holes. Also go back up to match number 3 with Turner with a birdie putt here, coming back down the slope, very treacherous here, able to just almost flip that one on in. Gonna leave a testy 6-footer back up the hill. Got Cubby here on the 9th, trying to close Adam Turner off here early, already up by 4.
Oh. I think he could be cheating, guys. Like, check his clubs after this thing. He might have like an extra club in there or something.
Do a blood test while you're at it.
That's only for like Lance Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
Got a couple good shots there from Cubby.
There's interesting chat. Hot something sister.
Okay.
Well, we got spammed on the YouTube. I'm just
Was
letting you
it
know.
sister?
We did. No, it was the good old spammers. Let's head on down over to group number 2 here. Ooh, looks like a good one there for Railroad Carl, putting that one into the hole. As our first group tries to figure back out how to get to where they were before the disconnection happened. Nice little tap in there to close that one out for match number 2. Ooh, getting a beat down happening. Ryan up by 4 over Railroad Carl here. Head on back to number 4, group number 4, where a great putt from Morris Wanchuk as he finds himself, I believe that match is 3 up to Morris there, Mr. English.
Sir, and it's through 6, so these guys will head out to that dreaded 7th hole here. Morris is going to tee up. Changing a club selection here. He'll go ahead and hit it with the driver here and try to clear all of this mess between himself and the green. Beautiful shot over the top of this tree.
Oh, easily
Perfect shot.
clears it. Oh my goodness. And that's just going to leave a very short pitch for him here to attack at this green.
It's going to be the drive of the day so far there.
We sit here and watch Catfish Allen.
Fish Allen with not near the power as many of the other players out here today. He's just trying to play it safe, trying to hit fairway
Ooh,
perpendicular.
Gotta hold up though. Oh, the long grass just catching onto it. Fish Allen decides what to do here. We move back up to match number 2, where they're approaching the green and almost a hole out for Railroad Carl. Leaves it about 5 or 6 feet from the hole, and that's going to put the pressure here on Ryan. Hole out to win the hole, but he definitely has to put it close to guarantee himself a good putt here.
Remember the Railroad Killer? Menendez, or whatever his name was?
No, those were the brothers who killed their dad.
Well, there was a railroad killer in Houston. Remember him?
No.
He was riding the railroads, killing everybody. I hope Railroad Carl isn't on the same schedule.
Right, KCS lines or UP lines? Or do we not know?
Unknown. Googling now.
Oh, what a great shot by Morris. So close to the pin there.
That match continues to wage on. A great putt there from, by the looks of it, that was Orion as they walk off the green here. Match is still 3-up to Orion. We head on back to where Cubby, oh man, he's just laying down the rubber here. He is up by 6 on Mr. Adam Turner.
And he's destroying me.
Morris Wanchuk, just an update from group number 4, now up 4 holes over Catfish Island.
Ooh, that is absolutely brutal. It's going to be a tough one to come back from, but still plenty of golf left to be played as we now return to match number 1, where they have quickly ran back from the clubhouse after re-racking up on the beers. Brown with a putt to win the hole from where they left off. And it just leaks on in, so he goes back to 1 down. Now on a very difficult par 4 in the 8th, you can take it aggressive up towards the green. However, you do have to clear some water. Let's see what Brown does here. Nice little leaker right down the middle of the fairway. Leaves an uphill pitch for his second shot. Back through the groups here, we see match number 2, which had played through a little practice swing there from Carl. Maybe not quite comfortable. He is 3 down right now, so he's definitely going to find some sort of rhythm here. Catfish Allen making use of the cart path, but it finds his way into the bunker here on hole number, I believe you guys are playing number 8.
Yes, sir.
Very tricky uphill pitch for these guys. Match number.
I love the sound it makes off the cart path too. The clunk.
It is a satisfying click, isn't it? We sit here for Turner and Cubby. I believe a win here for Cubby will finish that match off very, very early.
It ain't so. Whoa.
As Brown and DW tie it back on up, they're going to be all square here through 8, heading on down to the 9th hole. Let's go ahead and re-catch up with this group with a difficult downhill, downwind par 3 here. This one is going to take a lot of work for these guys to try to put this one close. Shot here from Brown. That was tracking right at the hole, just a little long. Did he put some spin on it? No, it just checks on up about 8 feet here for his birdie.
Morris Wanchuk over there in the group 4 will drain a 8-foot putt to go up another point over Catfish Island. That's now separated by 5.
So Cubby winning that one quite easily. Moving on.
He destroyed me. Great match by Cubby. I'm going to get back into broadcast mode.
So Cubby now waiting for the results here between Alan English and Morris Wanchuk in group number 4.
I'm going to watch Ryan and Railroad Carl go at it.
If you don't mind, good sir.
Ryan's. They're on the 10th. Second shot for Ryan. See what he does here.
Difficult par 4 coming back up that slope.
He's banking on the wind, I believe, to help him.
And it is moving back towards the hole here. Does it check up? It does. Still a difficult little downhiller trying to get that putt back. As Brown over on the 9th has an opportunity to go one up, so goes from 3 down for a chance to go one up here. And no, he leaves that putt well outside, and absolutely no shot of making that.
Railroad Carl's going to have the same shot as Ryan here. See if he plays the wind.
And,
Several practice swings. Interesting.
Carl
approach.
down 4 definitely needs to find some find something to get rolling here.
Alan English and Morris Wanchuk both sinking at par putts on their hole. They'll stay 5 apart.
Well, Railroad Carl's attempt for birdie here. Like about a 15-footer. We'll see what he can do.
Keep in mind there, folks at home, this is bracket play, so we will be doing 2 more matches and then a championship match. Go ahead there, buddy.
Just missed it. Railroad Carl is still out. He's not enjoying this 3-putt.
Putts are definitely a struggle over here with these greens.
He might have made that one. A little connection issue from what I'm watching. Ryan missed his putt as well.
Yeah, just a little bit. Of course, we'll have to get things ironed out if we ever do this again.
I'd like to. This is a lot of fun. Maybe less broadcaster play.
Well,
It's kind of hard to do both.
it is. And then we got hecklers in the crowd. Albert Anderson, America's driver, said Turner got spanked like I did at Dover. Well, we got that in common, don't we, Albert? We both got destroyed.
We head on back here to match number 4, playing the difficult approach shots here coming back up the hill. Oh, just a little short there.
So easy not to club up there, forget to club up. Both guys short of the green there. On
Both golfers in match 1 lipping out to get the birdies. They now have tap in pars. Man, oh man, Brown is upset with that one. He had a chance to go one up again.
So this Brown guy sounds like he choked, eh?
Oh, he Fun fact, Brown has previously missed important 5-foot putts, and there goes another one.
That's the hurt.
Ooh, almost with the chip in for Morris Wanchuk here. Catfish Allen trying to get a shot back here. Currently 5 down.
And it drops. It's one of those holes back.
So we head on back to group number 2. Ryan, who is still 4 up, trying to tap this one in to win the hole, which he does do. They are through 11 holes here. Ryan up by 5.
Not much time left on the time clock for old Railroad Carl. He's going to have a tough one here. You better start slicing and dicing.
They're coming down the stretch, and it is just getting difficult. More and more. One of those things, you start running out of holes at them, and you're just digging yourself a bigger grave. You can come back, but we really haven't seen it done too much here.
Well, the other guy has to play terrible, and you have to play great. And that's kind of how it works in match play.
We head on back up ahead and behind at the same time here to group number 1, where on hole 11, Brown has yet another putt to win the hole. Can he finally make one of these? Tricky downhill 26-footer here. Doesn't have a good putting stroke on it, but it's still tracking towards the hole, and it's just going to run right on by.
Or Swanchuk, just an update from Group 4, won that hole back that Catfish Allen took from him last hole.
Wanchuk with resurgence, not happy with his play on the previous hole, just absolutely unloads on Catfish Allen.
Really?
Facial LaFleur, total facial.
Take a quick look back here at match number 2. Very difficult, I believe this is a par 4, Adam, and these guys are really going to struggle trying to get these ones off the tee and in a good spot.
Definitely difficult. To get the wind left or right should assist if they can play it correctly.
A good approach shot here. Look at that from Railroad Carl. Putting the screws back on Ryan, saying, hey, I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah, it was a nice shot by old Railroad himself.
Well, Ryan sets on up here. Let's go back to Catfish Allen for his second shot, approaching this difficult par 4.
He was trying to avoid the trees, but left it short as it rolls into the rough, just to the right of the green.
Just holds up on top of that cliff. Man, get in lucky there.
Lanchuk now hitting from the cabbage on the side of the fairway. He's going to try to get to the green in this shot. The hybrid takes him just to the fringe on the opposite side of the green.
DW has an opening here. Brown missed the green. He does have a chip though. Difficult. Got to go around a tree, downhill, downwind. And there's bunkers to the left and the right here on hole number 12. As all matches are looking very, very interesting here. Couple people that are well up, and another one that is all square here. As
Railroad is putting for the win on hole 12.
this is for the win. It looks
Got it.
like he has made it. So I believe Railroad Carl continuing to try to climb back out of that deficit.
Well, it's a good start for him right there. Played well.
Well, a great putt by Morris Wanchuk on 12 will force Catfish Allen to pretty much win out the rest of these holes here as they go to the 13th.
Well, I know this about Catfish Allen. He's not a strong player.
Moving back up to group number 1, Brown has a relatively easy chip here. Going to try to hold this one out to go one up in their match. Still currently at all square. And he does. He holds it out from the green side rough, able to move one up in that match.
Par 3 for Railroad Carl. 13th, went behind him 6 miles per hour.
Derek Welsh in the YouTube chat, not happy with his group play right now.
Double play for Railroad Carl.
Morris Wanchuk off the flagpole with a chip there.
match number 2 on their approaches here to the 13th. Very treacherous, cannot miss it to the left whatsoever. Catfish Allen making his little putt here to cap off that hole. Ooh, long tee shot here. Catfish Allen finds himself in the drink. Or is that Morris Wanchuk, Mr. English?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
I got to follow up a good putt with a terrible drive. That's kind of my pattern.
And move back up to match number 1. DW gets one back on Brown here. Brown had a tricky 25-plus footer to try to put the pressure on, but not quite able to make it. So they head back to the 14th, all tied up. How's match number 2 looking here, Mr. Turner? Ooh, good putt there.
Yep.
Tricky downhiller about 16, 17 feet.
He won the hole, Ryan did.
Ryan
He had
did,
a
and I
better
think
approach
that's
shot
going
as
to
well.
do it for that match. As they were coming on down to the wire. Nope, I believe they are now dormy. So just a tie of a hole, and Ryan will pick up the win over there in that match.
I like that turn.
And it's a good feeling when you're up in that spot, not so good when you are down. They head on down to the 14th. Couple options here. You can keep it short and to the left, which opens up the green for you a little bit, or you can go long and right. Either way, those two trees right in the middle of the fairway there gonna make it difficult. And there's a bunker that kind of splits this green in two. As we head on back to group number 1, DW just a little short and right here, hitting into a stiff 13-mile-an-hour breeze. This one's gonna be tricky for Brown to get it there.
Oh, giggity.
We get a giggity coming from match number 4.
Here goes Morris Wanchuk for the win here. 24-foot putt. He'll just go left. Catfish Allen kind of on his last leg here.
Pretty much a must make for him here for par. Coming back down the slope, just skirts on by. So Wanchuk now just needs to clean this thing up and win his match.
Ryan hits his second shot into the sand. Difficult par 5.
Leaving the door open here. Dormy does not mean it is over. It just means that task is dang near impossible for Railroad Carl.
Wanchuk did drop that putt there on 14, which eliminates Catfish Allen from the tourney tonight.
Catfish
My
Allen
goodness.
drops to Morris Wanchuk. Absolutely putting the hammer down there.
Railroad Carl.
Yahtzee, what a terrible performance by Catfish.
Railroad Carl had a nice second shot, got himself on the green.
So as we move on up to match number 2, they are currently playing at the same time, the 14th, as DW and Sci-Fi Drive-By, also known as Alan Brown. Here, Brown with a easy 4-footer here to win that hole to go back to 1 up in their match. You got the second round of the bracket, second match, all stacked up. It will be Cubby versus Morris Wanchuk in round number 2. As Brown and DW head on over to the tricky 15th hole.
Ooh, Railroad Carl had a chance to win it. Missed.
So here comes Ryan with a putt to win that match. Puts a good stroke on it. Dead into the cup. Ryan moving on here in this tournament cup.
Nice showing by Railroad Carl.
Carl giving it a good shot. Gave a good last second ditch effort here. Just winding a little bit short. Our closest match of the day so far still going on, as all the other matches decided well before hole 16 here. So we keep our focus now on the match between DW and Mr. Brown, right now approaching the 15th hole. Brown found the rough here off of the tee box. He's got a difficult one coming back up the slope here and into the breeze. He's going to try to put it pretty close here to try to face Orion in round number 2.
In the heavy rough, nonetheless.
Oh, and he just short shoots it dead into the creek. Oh, Brown is not happy about that one. He almost short shoots it into the creek again, and he does. Oh man, he is well out of this hole now. He is just going to, he's just gonna say, no, this isn't no tin cup. He's just gonna forfeit.
You can give up the hole.
And that is exactly what Brown did. He just picked the ball up, saying, just to put this one in DW and make this match all square again.
DW is go ahead and put this thing out. So there it is. All square, Brown.
All square here in the first match that teed off. However, the last one to be completed had some disconnections there in the middle of it. So here we go. DW all square teeing up first here on the 16th. Couple options. The shorter option brings in a lot of water trying to hit that island fairway here. Depends on which way the wind's blowing for these guys, as he drops one over in the right-hand fairway. And it's going to close off the hole a little bit, but you can still get there on this, very treacherous par 5. Brown electing to go for it through that tiny little landing area. Hits it a little draw. That ball's going to have to hold up. Hopefully he doesn't go too far. Couple bounces in the fairway into the rough. He is up against part of that wood structure. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it up here with his second shot.
Oh, that was interesting all the way around. I did like his take on going forward with the island, but then he shot it. Ooh, too many players for the match.
Oh, gosh. All right.
I don't know what that means, but it means something bad.
It
I'm
does.
going to take my Federal 15. They're going to shoot some dice over here at the castle. Be right back.
As they try to get this match back up and running, they will change this to the back 9 here just to try to speed things on up. So we're gonna play a little speed golf, get things back up to where they were. They were even Steven going into the that was the 16th here. So this is gonna be very interesting to watch. In the meantime, let's go ahead and check back at what the bracket is going to look like. Ryan patiently waiting for this match to end, while Cubby and Morris Wanchuk getting ready for their second grouping here. So we return a little bit to the action, as I don't know why he's even looking. Brown electing to duff one off the tee here. DW clearing the water out in front. There's going to be a whole lot of hole skippage here as they try to get caught back up to where they were.
And they were separated by how many strokes? Were they all square?
They were all square.
Going into which hole?
16.
So very near the end, and it's a shame, technical difficulties do plague our computers, our broadcasts, user computers. I mean, it just happens. So a little shortcut action here as these guys struggle to get back to the 16th.
And the total strokes don't matter. What matters is what the match was at the time of the incursion.
So basically, they're taking a shot and then they are quitting the hole.
Yes.
Okay. That way they can. They're basically fast forwarding to the 16th where they left off. So while that's going on, let's go back and look at some of the comments there on the YouTube chat. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight in this unconventional type of broadcast. This is the first time ever something like this has been attempted anywhere. I mean, to broadcast a live match play tournament via any kind of Twitch, YouTube, it just hasn't been done yet for 2K23. That's what we're trying to do tonight. Kind of an experiment, and you guys get to bear witness to the first one ever. So as rough as it might be to watch, it's Brown, what you put together here has been pretty groundbreaking. But Josh Bittner's reporting one of the bots. He says, I hope the hot sister bot wasn't one of you guys. And then let's see,
DW playing some ricochet golf here while they try to speed things up and around.
Albert Anderson saying, win, lose, or draw, Turner, you're still the greatest. We got to read that while he's not here, so his head doesn't get all big. I'm kidding. We'll read it again. Catfish Allen and Morris Wanchuk both congratulating each other on a fun match. That was a lot of fun, Paul. Enjoyed it quite thoroughly. Very, very distracting to try to watch two screens, play golf, and comment on polls and teams I'm not even a part of.
It is definitely difficult. I think moving forward, I think the broadcasters might sit out.
We may play a 3-man
pre-match or a pre-match or something.
Yeah, just to kind of scope out the course. Maybe save a couple of replays to replay during the intro or something. I'm not sure. The sky's the limit here.
That indeed is DW and Brown almost getting caught up here, taking a quick detour to the snack shack here on this back nine, but slowly getting caught on. They're gonna be through 15 here in just a second. Oh, when Turner gets back, he does need to drop out of Cubby's match. So we return to the action here, heading on live back to the match between Brown and DW, back to where they let off. Brown getting a secondary chance here, able to not put himself up against the woodwork of that middle island. DW, the first time, decided to go to the right. Let's see what he decides to do here. Looks like he's going to the left with the driver. He's got to be careful. Helping wind here. That ball's got to hold up for him.
Stop, ball, stop!
Trickling into the long rough, but it does stay short of that wood lip as they now head on for their second shots into this par 5. Downwind again. Brown trying to take some distance off of it here. Does have a backstop behind the green.
Ooh, that's a wild swing.
Yeah, playing a mega cut here, trying to get that ball to land soft on the green. Maybe use that backslope, trickle on backwards. Not quite able to get it in line with the pin, but does manage to make the green.
Hey, they were out of like natty ice at the at the 18th hole, so I had to get a couple of keystones. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Is it cold?
Is it very cold?
Turner does need to stop hanging around in Cubby's group here, as he is officially a loser.
Ooh.
Let me get out of the cool kids group. Didn't mean to do that.
Ooh, that one finds the sand there, DW. On the edge of this bunker. All above him a little bit here. Let's see if he can
Especially with
dig
the
this out.
with the match all square, little mistakes like that could mean the difference here in the long run. Good chip back up though, leaves himself a very makeable putt. Brown has a very testy sliding 25-footer downhill. Man, this thing is gonna turn a solid 3 or 4 feet here. Let's hope he reads it right.
He uses the right amount of power here as well to get it the
And
turn he wants.
Doesn't look like he did, as that ball just kept on running right past the hole. So,
Oh, thanks for the kind words, Albert Anderson. You're the greatest.
oh, as DW has a chance to stay alive in this hole, puts it a little bit past. So now Brown with a back uphill 7-footer here to go back to 1 up in their match. And he's not able to close it off.
So close, half an inch there.
Just the absolute pressure these guys must be facing.
He must want to punch himself in the face for missing that. Ouch. Oh.
As no
DW doing
words,
almost the same thing here.
no words can describe what just happened there with DW. Just missing that punt to try to have this hole. Brown going 1 up in their match. Going now to the 17th. It is a drivable hole and it has a friendly wind. Let's see what Brown does here. Gonna try to protect that 1-shot lead, I think.
He has
Looks
no
like he's-
choice but to be a little conservative, don't you think, English?
Oh, for sure. As he looks like he's playing that right side fork in the fairway, leaving himself a pretty good chippable shot there.
So DW now questioning his sanity here. Should he go for it? Should he play it safe and just give himself a chip up to the hole and try to chip it in? Let us see.
Gotta take a risk here sometime. See what DW does.
I would assume he's going to go for it. Why wouldn't you? He's wearing, it looks like he's wearing sweatpants onto the golf course.
And he does go for it here, pulling the driver out of the bag. It needs to land soft here. There's a little bit of a backslope to help this ball come back and around, looping behind the green, and it's gonna still keep on rolling. And it does stop there, either just on the fringe or on the green. So good job there from DW. Brown has got a kind of tricky one here as well. He's got to chip it back uphill into the slope, and hopefully it gets up there.
Jessica Turner joining us on YouTube chat saying you gotta sink them putts 100%.
Brown using the
the
back
ball
slope
come
to bring
back.
it on back. So he has his punt for birdie all lined up.
Wow.
Got DW now a chance to win the hole with this chip, and he will bounce it off of the pin. Absolute heartbreak there. Maybe should have told Bones McCaddy Goody there and to pull the pin before hitting that one. So Brown now with a 9-footer coming back down the hill, little bit of a slope to it, and this one is going to make sure this one goes dormy to the final hole. And he does not leave that one without any doubt, right in the middle. So now DW just cleaning things on up here on this hole. So Allen and DW match is now dormy going into hole 18. Let's go ahead and show these guys what hole 18 looks like that they're going to be climbing up here as we fly on by. You see the middle tier lily pad tee box going downhill about 50 feet. The drive will put these guys right in line with those two bunkers in the middle of that fairway, so they have to be absolutely accurate here at that narrow part. But their job isn't done yet. A tricky approach shot where a long ball will find its way at the best into that bunker, at worst find its way into the water. So here comes Brown teeing it up here on the 18th. A good one.
Straight shot right down the middle of the fairway. He's got to be happy with that one.
Absolutely striped, a 300 plus yard carry, and as it rolls out, looks like it's going to roll out to about 337 yards here. DW just feeling the absolute pressure here, needs to get something going on this final hole.
He doesn't like to lose either, I don't think.
He does not, and you know what? Up until today, he has won every match that he and Brown has played. So this could be the turnaround in Brown's career.
Maybe Brown was sandbagging, making him think he was better. Then Brown showed up today and beat him.
May have been the plan all along for Brown is to
Like a
completely
pool
just
shot.
embarrass DW on a broadcast.
Exactly.
Be a good little pitch up with the check there for DW. Brown now coming up the hill for his pitch. He's going to try to stop this one close. He just really needs to make sure he ties the hole with DW. He doesn't need to win it outright. Oh, with a good pitch. Good timing there. He's going to land it right next to the pin. Does it check up? It does, leaving himself a good 7-footer.
Got a little bit of a downhill, I believe, on that putt. We'll see if he can get it to run correctly.
So this is a must make for DW, and he does. Lifts it in. So now the pressure lying on Brown. A 6-footer downhill with some turn to it. This one will sneak up on you. There's a little bit more break than you think.
It looks really close, folks at home, but this is not an automatic putt.
And with nerves of steel, Brown puts it into the hole, and that concludes match number 1. Brown winning 1 up.
Guys, we'll reorder here with winners advancing. What's our bracket going to look like here as these guys get racked and stacked and restarted?
Well, so our bracket as of right now does look like this, with DW falling, Brown moving on. He's going to play against the winner of match number 2. Ryan76 had a great round there going for him. In the second match here, Cubby absolutely dominates over Adam Turner, as he is now going to face against Morris Wanchuk, who had a pretty good time against Catfish Allen.
Well, if you'd like to, Mr. Brown, if you want to cover the action between yourself and Ryan, I think me and Turner may be able to cover the other team, the other group going on. Does that sound like a good split to you?
That it does, as we try to get these matches up and running.
Find the best stream to watch it from here.
Some are not as good as others. So we're gonna watch.
I think
Cubby and Morris.
Yeah, Cubby is the better one. I don't know if you guys can see that one.
I can see it.
Okay.
I've got it pulled up.
So while we get the second matches up underway here.
I don't have the Cubby feed.
No feed? I have the feed. I believe I have the feed.
Let's see Paul's.
The same thing.
I don't have the Cubby feed. I have
Morris
Wanchuk's feed. Is that the one you're watching?
Yeah, same.
Okay.
They're going against each other.
Right.
Roger Dodger.
It is kind of glitchy. Does the other player have a string?
Yeah, could be. They're both glitchy
Yeah,
on my.
I don't see him on the video, but I will. So the broadcast wise, I will have Cubby's perspective.
Strange that I don't see the link.
Well, maybe it's because you don't have as much internet down there in Louisiana.
Possible. I see DWs. I see Turner, myself, Paul, Ryan, and Brown. I do not see the other stream.
Yeah, Cubby's was up there. It has disappeared. But that is okay. As we head on down to the second round of matches here, we got Sci-Fi Drive-By Alan Brown versus Ryan. Brown off the tee first here, a little quick, but the wind should hold that one up and carry his ball into the fairway. Which it does. A great shot and a great lead off to hole number 1.
Yeah, wow.
I think we're gonna wait till you guys get down close putting before group number 2 takes off here.
Ryan with an absolute striped one follows Brown down that left-hand side, split fairway here, able to put a good hurt on that ball, just a couple yards behind Brown.
Good drive right there from Ryan, 325 yards.
Yeah, he's now got a tricky 214-yarder, and it is downhill. And so he's going to try to stop this one short, but he has a strong breeze blowing from behind him. A great shot here, hoping to use a little bit of that slope. And just catches the fringe here, but that's okay. That's a solid leave. A great shot from Ryan here on this opening hole in their match. Now I'm trying to set this shot up a little bit, hitting an iron into this one rather than a hybrid. Hits it a little fast into the wind. That's going to carry it still back over the hole and still ends up a little long. He's got a difficult pitch here inside this long, long rough. And bumps it out. Just going to leave himself a solid couple footer there. And so now for a chance to win the hole right off the bat here, Ryan with a good looking chip shot.
Sure appreciate you all joining us for this experiment in broadcasting. We're bringing you here with Numb Thumbs Gaming Community. Evolve your gaming experience.
Well, see, this still I would consider almost a simulation. I mean, but it is more of a game per se. You know, I'm big into like simulation, like a flight sim, a racing sim. I don't like that. I'm an adult male. I don't play video games.
Ooh, Ryan coming back up the hill, doesn't read the break just right. Ends up leaving an opening here for Brown to go one up in their match here on hole number 1. And Brown will hold that one out, so he goes a one up after one.
Group 2 getting ready to tee off here in just a moment. Cubby will be the first to make his drive off of the tee. Thank you, Albert Anderson, for the comment out there. He said this background music here you got playing would be great for relations. Having relations, that's what we used to call it. From.
Yeah, it's kind of soothing. It'd be kind of good, you know?
Sure, yeah. Cubby electing to go left side here down the fairway.
Very strong start with almost a 350-yard drive. Definitely not leaving any opening here for Morris Wanchuk.
Morris gets set. It looks like he's going to go the more conservative route here. Let's see what he decides to do. He's going to go left. All right, it's get about 1 frame every 5 seconds here.
I'm in the same boat here. I think it's on their end, at least as far as the stream portion.
Up ahead on hole number 2, both Ryan and Alan found the fairways. Ryan with a pretty good approach pitch shot there, able to fuck that one just up behind the hole. So now Brown's turn, trying to put it close as we stay with the action here. As Morris Wanchuk, I think he's finding some sandage.
It's hard to determine what's happening here. Having a little bit of connection issues.
Yes.
Cuppy's second shot from the end of the fairway here. Shooting for the green.
Just
A little wide to the right. He'll end up in the cabbage there. Safely out of the sand trap as well. I believe this one's a user-created course, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, by a gentleman by the name of Arctic. He created some of the official courses that you'll find here on the calendar in your normal group play.
W with a short chip here. He'll roll it up there. Wow. Excellent shot there, buddy. He'll go up 1 over Morris.
Oh, both matches already have somebody up in the lead as they tee off here on the second hole. Let's go back to the first match where they're up on the third hole, a par 3. Very makeable here, but it is a difficult distance with the current wind conditions. Ryan trying to land it in the hole, not quite able to do so. Oh man, that is leaving himself a very difficult putt. He may have to chip that one back up over the burn here, as this one just keeps on rolling around. Brown will go first though, as he is actually just off the green, trying to chip this one in. And puts it a little too far to the left, and that's going to leave a difficult putt for his par. Stay here for the action. Oh man, Ryan having to come up over a mountain, electing to probably try to chip this one back down the hill, and you know what? I think that's going to be the right call.
It's difficult to observe and report on some of these shots. 1 frame every 2 seconds isn't going to cut it. Morris Wanchuk is up.
Ryan does successfully chip, however, he is still left with a testy putt for his par as well, about 14 feet. We stay with the action here with Cubby and Morris.
So Cubby with a chip from about 20 feet. He'll let it slip just past the left side of the hole. Morris has got a 3-foot putt here. Save par. And my screen.
As both Brown and Ryan save their pars up there from that par 3, we'll stick here with match number 2 to see how these guys handle the very tricky par 3.
Cubby goes right for it, heading right for the green, but he'll end up in that sand trap that's kind of surrounded by second cut.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Well, the wind, look at the wind, 13 miles an hour towards the hole from these golfers.
Definitely can hurt you.
Wanchuk ending up right where Ryan ended up in the group ahead of them. It's going to leave something very difficult here, and he is going to have to probably chip that one back up and over a mountain. we'll leave it there with the action in group number 2 on the 3rd hole. Cubby hitting from the trap here. Difficult one to get this one to stop near the hole. Everything runs away from it here, down to the right.
Getting into the wind as well. Put a charge in that one, boy. Horse has got a ways to go here. He might have to put a lot of backswing in that putter. Catches the fringe and it kind of stops on it. Electing to chip the next 6 yards here. And it'll roll on past the hole. 16-foot putt now.
Ooh, and just misses off of the lip here. So big opening for Cubby to go 1-up in their match. We come to the action here in group number 1. Ryan with a good pitch up here, but Brown now has an opportunity to make an eagle putt here to go 2-up in their match here on the 4th par 5.
So Cubby was able to drain that, now up 2 points over Morris.
Brown trying to read the break, not able to quite read it correctly. Doesn't leave it short though, because you never leave eagle putt short. So that's going to leave a opening here for a couple of birdies from Ryan and Alan to keep on moving through this course, split by 1 hole. We return to the action here. Looks like Morris Wanchuk having some issues off the tee and finds himself in the deep stuff.
Overcompensated, I think, for the wind blowing from left to right here. Nice recovery, though. Cubby taking his 2nd shot here. Using the 5-iron here. Let's see if he can reach.
Is difficult back into the wind, and he's just going to wind up a little short, but a good look for a chip.
Well, really having some slow internets. You know how that goes, English.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to decipher what I'm seeing.
Well, I guess that just means I'll drink more Colons. I don't know what else to do.
Morris Wanchuk having some issues there, leaving that pitch short as we head on up to the action where Ryan is attacking this par 4 island green here. The 2nd shot now, difficult crosswind to deal with. Looks like he's playing it just right here. Should get a nice little kick to the left. It just stays a little short there, but still safely aboard the green stuff. That's going to leave Alan. He's got to really have to try to be aggressive with this one a little bit if he wants to try to win this hole.
So Cubby drains that one. He'll go up another hole on Morris Wanchuk. He's up by 3 as the guys head for the 5th.
You got a lot of wind there from right to left to 11 miles per hour. See how this
As
affects him.
Brown does miss the green, he leaves himself a short chip here from the rough. Very difficult one to say the least. He is going to go first though to try to put the pressure on Ryan's putt here. See if he can't make this one like he did with DW. Little bump, a little scoot. Oh, just misses on the low side there. So Ryan with an opportunity to get that shot back and make this match all square.
The wind is still right to left for Morris as he's approaching this island green.
Now,
130
both guys
to the
playing
pin.
it safe, choosing to leave it short here so they can try to chip to the green.
Ryan does elect to, water ball there for somebody as Ryan makes the putt, and that match is now all square up ahead of him.
Yeah, that was Morris Wanchuk. Just overshot a little bit there. We saw Catfish Allen do it in the last round. Cubby trying to choose his path here. He's really eyeballing that wind, trying to figure out a good club selection. Morris hitting from the opposite side of the water hazard. And he's safely on the green.
English, when you're at the course, what do you like to drink? Do
I don't
you
know,
do
whatever's
the
in
hard
bottom.
stuff?
Whatever's in the bottom. Nah, I'm a beer guy. Whatever's in the bottom of the cooler. Whatever's cold. Oh, that long putt by Cubby. That had some promise, but it did run a little bit long.
Was quite tough.
And Morris Wanchuk duplicating that result. His will stay a little shorter there.
Cubby does have a putt to win the hole there, which he does. So that match is now 4 up for Cubby. We head on back forward to these 6 on the approach shots here. Where Alan Brown already up onto the green with about a 15 to 20 footer. Ryan, tricky lie angle here, does find the green. He's going to leave himself an interesting putt here. Oh, as the ball just continues to run down the hill of the green, just making that putt longer and longer. 49 feet uphill by a big margin here. Doesn't look like it has a lot of right to left in it. Gonna have to try to make this one to make Alan make his putt here.
Wind is just playing havoc with all of the groups here today, in double digits most of this round.
Brown now with a putt to win the hole and go back up by 1. Short putted it just a little bit and read a little too much break. Man, he wish he could have that one back. Heading on back to the chase group here as Ryan and Alan tap in for their pars.
Morris got a shot here. What are we looking at here, Brown? About 40 yards.
Give or take, a difficult shot there. We saw Ryan have the same issues. It was a side hill slope, albeit in the fairway. A very difficult pitch to get up there to the green, and it looks like he's going to put it pretty much right where Ryan did. That ball's going to roll down the slope to the right. Of course, Wanchuk having to re-hit that one after dropping it in the water. Not happy with his play here in this second grouping.
We got a chance to lock this thing down, at least for this hole. Long, not an easy putt though.
No, chance to go 5 up through 6. Not quite able to drain that putt though.
Curled a bit on him there.
Sure did.
Great putt by Morris Wanchuk there.
And Cubby just finding the hole there to go up a ton in that match. We head on back up to the 7th, where both Alan and Ryan are teeing off on the difficult 7th par 5. Gotta land it in that narrow landing area here, which Ryan did fantastically. So Brown now having to put one out in the fairway. Ooh, hits it a little slow. That one should sit nicely, though, in the middle of the short stuff. Which he does. He's going to be a little bit behind Ryan here, so he's actually going to get the first crack at attacking this green. An 11-mile-an-hour crosswind here. That is going to be absolutely brutal for these guys.
Now the wind continues to devastate these guys over here in the chase group. Both golfers having a rough lie of it here. Let's see, Morris Wanchuk in the rough here. Cubby able to find the fairway. Guys continue to struggle with this.
Ooh, as oh, is that Morris finding the water once again? Yes, indeed. Coming up just a little short there. Difficult par 5. One that does lend to some good scoring, but you have to hit good shots. Brown was safely aboard the green here. Oh, we gotta go live camera here to the ball of Ryan as he almost puts it in for the albatross. A great shot for Ryan 76. That's going to put some pressure here on Brown. He's really got to make this putt for an eagle now. Very difficult downhiller, 4 inches down, probably about 14 feet with a ton of side break here. Ooh, this is a challenging one. Brown steps up to hit it and misses just on the low side. That's going to leave a big time opening here for Ryan, as Brown now trying to just finish up and get out of Ryan's way, and he loops it completely around the hole without touching a piece of it. So Ryan cleaning things on up over there. We return to the action in group number 2, where Morris Wanchuk, man, he is absolutely struggling here tonight in the kind of, what do you want to call it, the semifinals here, the semifinal round?
Yes, sir. Letting us know on Facebook, he said, Cubby's giving me a beat down out here. And I said, well, I know how he feels.
Well,
I absolutely do.
that means I'm better than you because I got beat by somebody that's beaten the guy that beat you. So I'm totally better than you. Just so
Okay.
you know.
We'll go with that logic.
So that
Or we could fight if you want.
No, I have no illusions of how I play golf.
That match now, Cubby up 6 through 7. Looks like they're going to be playing through. Group number 1 playing a little slow for these guys right now. So they're going to head on through to get a couple holes ahead of these guys. Well, actually, looks like they're both teeing off approximately at the same time. Rough tee shot here, but should trickle down to the fairway for Morris, and it does. This wind, though, absolutely correct, Alan. Absolute havoc out here for these golfers.
It's definitely 13 miles an hour into their face. It's going to be tough. Makes a good shot, though, Morris does.
Yeah, I think if our feed was a little bit better there,
Be easier to tell what happened. Is it easier? Does it look better on the broadcast? That's the whole key.
It does, but it's delayed by a while.
Right. So we're kind of shooting this thing blind, you know?
Good approaches there for that second group. Brown and Ryan now also hitting their approach shots up. Brown leaves it short. He's going to have to try to chip in here. Excuse me. As Ryan is tucked in pretty close. Probably about a 10-footer for his birdie. And Brown
Cubby
is
here.
able to chip in as Cubby here to tie the hole, for Morris Wanchuk. Makes the putt. So still down by 6 through 8 holes as we head on back up to the other group with Brown and Ryan. Brown just holing out green side here with the chip for the birdie. Ryan now having a little bit of pressure here, 7 feet,
Yahtzee.
and it's got a little bit of turn to it. And he leaves it out to the right. Oh, Ryan definitely wishes he could have that one back. That match now going back to all square. So we see the approach shots here. Morris Wanchuk finding himself in some sandage. Another tricky par 3 that's only being made more difficult by this wind, Allen.
Yep, and I wish I could see the action because getting some frozen screens here. I think Cubby is trying to chip.
He is.
Sorry,
He
sorry,
chips up
buddy.
pretty
I-
nice and almost gets up into the hole. Even just a tiny little putt.
Guys both on their third stroke here. Just runs a little left of the hole there. That ball just needs to stop. It-
Horace Winchuk and Cubby chipping on it, or finishing their hole there. Now 7 up for Cubby as they head on down to a tricky par 4. We stay here on this par 3 as both Alan and Ryan find themselves putting for birdie here. Ryan trying to get a comeback as not happy with the last putt that he missed. And oh, he just lips one to the outside again. Man, oh man, heartbreak for Ryan 76 here. Brown now with an opportunity to go back up, 1 up here, 8-footer with a little bit of a slider here. And he's gonna miss it to the low side as well. Oh my goodness, the pressure these guys must be facing. Ryan able to make that putt. We'll move on back ahead to where Cubby and Twinchuk are playing here.
Yep. Sorry, buddy. I have a blank screen. So
I do too. Hold on a second, folks. Sorry about this.
see, I can see Morse Winchuk's screen very, very grainy and jerky. So we're gonna try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Somebody, Cubby's shot rolling back down the hill.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here, folks.
Sure thing.
Hey, Cubby.
Cubby.
Cubby. You alive?
Cubby, you
I
you
wonder
hear
if,
Alan?
is he talking?
Yeah, he's talking.
Oh, I can't hear him, but could you reload your screen share? It disappeared.
Can you hear?
I can hear you
Reload
now.
your screen share.
It's like the game's just kind of like locked up.
Oh, for you?
Yeah,
Oof.
I think it's good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, your stream's back up. Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Go
All
check them out over there, Numb Thumbs Gaming Community.
Right. Well, it looks like Cubby's stream is back up. They did have some quality issues over there. They everything is looking like it is figuring itself on out.
Okay. Reload my screen as well here. Improvement. Still getting some major quality issues here. I may have to turn some stuff on.
Oh, another thing you can do, English, is just open up OBS and underneath each of the frames where it says copy solo view link, create a browser source and
okay.
post that link in there, and that will pull it up. It seems to run a lot smoother in that than it is in the little previews.
Roger that. I'll do that right now.
So we stay there with the action here. Tough shot here, but puts it nice and close. A heck of a shot there from Cubby here on that par 3.
Oh. So,
As Cubby here has a chance to win the match already on the 11th hole. It looks like he will do so. So congratulations to Cubby Buck. Absolutely dominating that performance. We head on back to the action here as that match is finished on up. The all-square match, Brown does have a birdie putt here to win the hole on number 10. Quick downhill slider here. He's got to be very careful. And he was a little too careful, leaving that putt way to the outside.
well, I don't think I can make this work in OBS. Let's try it some. Oh, there we go. You can copy and paste it right into a browser and it works just fine.
Oh, really? Cool.
Absolutely. Oh, cool. Here we go. I guess I'm back then.
And just in time as we got Alan and Ryan continuing their match all square. Difficult par 3 here, downwind, downhill. It's going to be a close one to get this one tight to the hole.
Derek Welch calling shenanigans on his match with you, saying, you were up against a wooden wall and disconnected. What a cheater.
Some people, just need to get a better internet connection.
Oh.
Ooh. Who needs a better internet?
Turner, I got a tip for you, buddy, to improve the quality. Choose the camera you want on that director page.
Yes.
And look at the bottom. It says copy solo view link. Open a new browser tab and copy and paste that in there, and it'll run smooth as hell.
Wow.
Ooh,
How'd you get so smart?
Ryan
told
went pin hunting there. It did trickle on by Brown having to chip back down that hill. A good shot there from Ryan. So Brown now trying to set up with his chip shot here. Gonna be difficult to hold this one out. It's not like the other chips. A little bit longer here and downhill. Oh, and he doesn't like it. It's pushed way wide. Not a good effort there. So leaving the hole open to Orion to win this one.
Giddy.
Brown has been in monumental battles the whole way through this thing.
Ooh, Ryan going a little right there.
And
Power
just-
looked good.
Power was excellent. Good speed there. Just misreading the break just a little bit. So these guys now trying to close it out for their pars. Brown just finding the lip. Man, that ball almost didn't come back in. Ryan trying to tidy things on up here. The winner of this match will go face Cubby in the finals. Cubby, for whatever reason, marked as the number 2 seed. He probably should have been marked the number 1, as these guys find themselves on a difficult par 4. It does open up on the back end of this fairway, though, so Brown is just going to let this one fly.
Secret is the bucket hat, folks.
I thought it was a Tommy Bahama shirt.
Cutting through the shadows into the fairway. Brown safely aboard. Now Ryan's turn to follow.
Love the purple power shirt here. It's ready to drive off the tee. 12th hole. We got a long ways to go, fellas.
Derek Welch really calling Brown out. Maybe they'll have to get in the octagon.
Maybe. I got a feeling that's going to be a match that continues being a match here, as just finding the light rough. Oh no, Ryan. He will have a chance to at least get to the green from here.
That light rough is no picnic, but it's a lot better than ending up in the cabbage there to his right. Taking his time. He wants to get this one right. Pretty good shot here, Brown.
That it
Bounced up onto
is.
the green. Wow.
What a read and what a shot from that first cut of rough from Ryan. Able to put that one on the green and close to the pin. Great job there. Brown now facing a heck of a challenge. Trying to follow that shot on up. Downhill, downwind. This one is gonna be treacherous. A solid strike. It looks like it might wind up short. It needs to hop up there with a friendly hop, and it does. So Brown safely aboard, but definitely leaving some opportunity there for Ryan to put the pressure on by making this birdie putt.
Pretty evenly matched group here as Ryan looks at this 14-footer.
Oh, and just
little over-
finds the outside lip.
Had a lot of power in that too.
Brown with a fairly straight putt does have a little break in the middle of it. Let's hope he doesn't overread this one. Stroke was okay, and it does turn back, so Brown now going back to a 1-up.
Very close match here, and it's not going to be over, folks. After this one, the winner of this match plays session, going on to face Cubby in the 18-hole championship round.
And that one is going to be a very difficult matchup as they line up here for a very tricky par 3 here on the 13th. Brown aiming way right of the green here with an 8-mile-an-hour crosswind.
Wind at least has died down some, but you can see the pull on that ball still. Good shot there, by Brown.
Good shot. Still a little downhill. Gonna have some turn to it. So the door definitely open here for Ryan if he can stick this one close. Man, reading an 11-mile-an-hour crosswind for him. Man, this is a breezy day up here in Iron Fall.
Where is Iron Falls anyway, eh?
It's a great question. Looks like Ryan coming in with the same amount of line there. Good soft impact onto the green though. Leaves himself just a little bit inside Brown. He's actually going to get a pretty good read on what this putt's going to do. And boy, oh boy, is this one a tough one. It's going to start off by turning to the right just a little bit and then comes back to the left. 16-footer, pretty flat here.
Power looks right on here.
Oh, power was fantastic. Just didn't read enough of that left-hand break here. So Ryan getting a good peek at that one, able to possibly readjust and make this match back to all square.
Like Ryan's chances here after seeing Brown's struggle there to get that thing to stay straight there at the end.
No, trying for it. Oh, and just misses out on that outside lip. Trying to make it fall. So they'll clean these things up for par real quick here and move on to the 14th with Brown still 1-up.
Still have 16 viewers here with us today. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Continue on the 14th hole here, boys and girls.
Indeed. Here to the tricky choice of choices holes. Looks like Brown is going to leave this one with a 3-wood. Try to place this one in the middle, into the wind. Not a strong wind here, so it's not going to be absolutely killer, but definitely finds that fairway. Got to be careful with those 2 trees up there, splitting the fairway with that bunker, kind of right there in the middle of that green. Let's see what Ryan chooses to do here. He's going to choose to go even shorter to open up that hole even more for him. running out of space, but it looks like he will be safely aboard here in the fairway. Gonna have a little bit of a longer shot than Brown, but definitely a reachable one. Maybe not. That is a tough into the wind shot.
Hopefully he can get the parabolic height in the center of his arc here to get over all those trees and obstacles. Let's see.
They know all the tricks to the trade here.
Yeah.
A little draw, a little fade, a little cut. I don't know. We'll see what he does.
Takes it up and over. That wind still grabbing it, though. He's going to wind up well short of the green, but leaves himself a good little pitch or chip chance here at the hole. Trying to take that bunker completely out of play. Brown now, he's got an option to really kind of go for it here. Put the big time pressure on Ryan.
Hitting no obstacles as well.
If you realize there's a wind against him.
He is going to be able to reach. It's going to be a very difficult putt, though, coming back across the green. So good shot there from Brown.
Huge green here. A lot of real estate to work with here. Ryan's going to have to chip over that. This is a unique green. It does have a bunker right in the middle of it.
Kind of reminds you of Riviera there, Mr. Turner. You know, that got that one par 3 or par 4 that's that green. Great pitch here. Tried to get it into the hole. What a shot from Ryan.
That was close. Yeah, it does kind of look like that.
Brown with a 31-footer here, cross grain the entire way. Oh, this is going to be tough. He's just hoping to put this one inside of a 3-foot bubble.
Even with the lines here, it's incredibly difficult to read.
Hits it short with the power, difficult to read. Oh, and that one is no gimme. Still 5 feet left to clean on up here, which he will do.
Ryan needing to sink this one to remain one down.
Which he does. So they remain there through 14, moving on to the 15th.
Battle Royale.
Drivable par 4 here, crosswind into them. What will Brown do? It looks like he is going to try to play this one safe, though, with the hybrid and just put this one into the fairway.
Love the beautiful scenery at this course with the waterfalls and all. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, Arctic did a fantastic job here creating this course. Brown hoping not to run through the fairway. He does not. He maintains the short stuff here, so question is, what will Ryan do? Will he get aggressive here and go for it, or is he going to play it safe just like Brown?
About cutthroat. This has been an exciting round here to watch between Ryan and Sci-Fi.
And letting the wind die down a little bit here. Probably the right call. It looks like he is still going for it. Sure, he gets everything all set up and comfortable with that shot. Gonna ride that wind. Oh, and it is a beauty. It needs to land soft and hop up, and it just doesn't. But hey, that is a fantastic aggressive play there, leaving him a very makeable chip from that rough side hill.
Well, he went for it.
Brown now trying to put this one close. In the previous match that he played, had some issue here putting it into the water. Let's see if he has the same issue. And it looks like he does not have that issue. However, leaves it well short and ends up in the rough. Ooh, tough one here, leaving the door wide open for Ryan.
Lob wedge going right towards the hole.
A little short, so Brown now gonna have to putt for the par, where Ryan is going to have a chip and putt for an eagle, if not a birdie here. Definitely able to get that shot back.
Really crucial couple of shots here. Or singular shot.
And a good solid chip there. Continues to bleed away from the hole, however, he can put this one to bed here. Fairly straightforward 4-footer here. He's trying to knock this one in and move on to the 16th back all square. Ooh, break almost stole it away from him there, but he does make it match back to all square. We got ourselves a barn burner here in this other match. Back to this very interesting 16th, where you have options depending on the wind. You can either go to the left or to the right fairway. If you go to the left, it shortens the hole up by a boatload, and you can really attack this short par 5.
Seen guys make that island work. Let's see what Ryan does here.
Attempting to go to the right hand side of the fairway. He will easily find it. A fantastic shot. Be interesting to see how his approach shot looks coming up into this green. What Brown's doing, he's got an 8-mile-an-hour kind of cross into the face. He can definitely pull out driver here and go for this island, which he's going to do. Just absolutely pummels that one. Easy peasy, right in the middle of the fairway.
Ryan, the purple people eater here. He's got about 270 yards to go, 7 feet up to the pin. Sticking with the 3-wood here. Let's see if he can reach.
It's a long shot. Pretty playable shot, I think, is what he's put himself in a
Very
really
playable.
nice spot.
Just a little bit out of his range, I think. It was actually kind of probably hoping to not be on the green here, because that is like a 100-foot putt going from end to end. Very difficult there, leaving a good opening for Brown. Definitely going to try to make use of that back slope here behind this pin. Good shot, having the wind carry it back towards the hole. Didn't leave enough room for the windage there, but a good solid shot aboard here. That one run on out. Have himself a good look at eagle, as here we go, 92 feet here for Ryan. Very difficult putt, to say the least.
I don't know.
He's going to take a good long look at it here, Adam. What's going through his mind here as he looks at this long one?
I'm screwed. About to lose this hole. It's really what's
God
going
damn
through his
right.
mind.
Look at this, though. Tracking right at it. Oh, my
man.
goodness.
What an
Great.
effort there from Ryan. Leaves himself a very bankable birdie putt, so Brown has an opportunity to go back to 1 up here in this back and forth match.
Yeah, still a great putt.
Did Brown read it right? He did. Makes the eagle to win the hole, and that is what it's going to take out here today. Going to make some eagles as Allen goes back to 1 up as they head on over to the 17th.
Never did like the Eagles, man.
You're an NFC East guy, huh?
Those Eagles too.
Brown keeping that 1-shot lead, trying to make sure it stays safe here. Like to see this one a little closer than where it's going to, but he is going to be safely aboard. Let's see if Ryan, down 1 again, takes the aggressive play and goes after this green. very hard, cutting back across crosswind here, 11 miles an hour.
Strong wind. Cubby must be taking a nap at this point, waiting for y'all to finish. Probably getting rested up.
Hitting the range and staying warm is probably the name of the game of this thing. We've seen it time and time again. People finish their matches early and then, man, they just get cold. So safely aboard, though, is Orion. So now difficult shots here for both Brown and Orion. Little chip shots here. Brown in just about dead aim here. He's got a little bit of a backstop behind the pin. Trying to get this one to work backwards. That is exactly what he does. It's going to go up that slope. Does it come back down? Yes, it does. Making use of that back slope very nicely, leaving himself a good birdie putt.
What we call pin high in the business. If I was Cubby, I'd be gambling. I'd call my bookie. Be down in a couple beverages, eating some hot dogs.
Some uppers, maybe.
Yeah, kind of like just do whatever John Daly does.
Ryan, with his approach shot, he's also going to make use of that slope a little bit here. Doesn't quite get enough up of it, so it's going to slowly roll on back. Leaves about the same distance as Brown here. But Ryan, this is an absolutely must-make for him.
Either way, the 18th is going to be the bomb always. It'll be fun to watch.
Ryan does make it. So Brown cannot win this match on this hole. But this is definitely needed here to make it go dormy into the final 18th. Which he is able to squeak it on in. So the match remains 1-up for Brown heading into the final hole. Oh boy, boys. This is the second time that Brown has played this 18th. This is the first time that Ryan has played the 18th hole today.
Just to clarify there, Mr. Brown, what happens if these guys do end up in a tie after the 18th?
They will head on over to a par 3, and they will play that par 3. If they still remain tied after that, it will go to whoever was closest to the pin on that hole.
Nice.
So definitely don't want to leave it up to chance here for Brown. However, Ryan just wants that opportunity to try to play in that overtime playoff.
Ryan's driver goes back. Great contact there.
Wind bringing it back to the center cut. Absolutely fantastic drive here. Launch that one, man. These guys are truly professionals.
Lob wedge in the hands of Ryan as he's got about 95 yards. Go here to the pin with a 5 mile an hour. Going just towards the hole.
Oh, reads the wind just right too. Does it check up? It does. He leaves himself a fantastic birdie chance. Brown now with a gap wedge in hand. I'm going to try to pitch this one up next to that green. Try to get this one close. Good contact there. Didn't take an account for the wind, though. He's going to be well past the hole. Oh, boy. That leaves the door wide open, as this is a very difficult 17-foot putt with a ton of break in it.
Brown could have used a little bit of additional backspin, too, I think.
Brown not reading the break right whatsoever. That is going to give Ryan a big time chance here to win the hole and force a playoff here.
Hope he doesn't choke.
No pressure, Ryan. taking his time as he should here. Read this just right.
Which he did, absolutely drains it right into the heart. Ryan moving on, staying alive in this playoff hole coming up. So here we go, tiebreaker. One more hole to break the tie. It is a par 3. If any participants are still tied, the tee shot nearest to the pin will decide it. And here we go. We return to the difficult par 3 13th hole. Let's see how Brown is able to manage. The wind dying down just a little bit here, 6 miles an hour. See how he does. Across it just a little bit, and the wind just absolutely takes that ball for a ride. A good solid shot here, but definitely leaving the door open. 9 feet left there for Alan Ryan, trying to put this one within 9 feet to guarantee himself a at least a chance to win this match.
Ryan with the 8 iron.
Reads the wind much better than Brown. That one is curling back towards the hole. Gets a nice friendly hop here. Oh, it
wow.
doesn't roll out. It's gonna go down to the measuring tape.
Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Oh, and Brown has him by 1 foot. So this is a must make now for Ryan. And pray that Allen misses his putt.
Interesting.
Cue the fireworks crew down there on the 13th green. Behind the
Confetti.
shed.
And the confetti.
Throwing a string of black cats out into a 5-gallon bucket. Make somebody miss here tonight.
Difficult slider
Oh.
just moves past the hole. Brown can just secure this win with a tiny little 2-putt here. He's going to try to make this one though. And
9-footer makeable.
he does. So Brown moving on from the tie. Great round there with Ryan. Just coming up a little short. So here we go. Heading on into our final group. And no surprise, it's gonna be... Oh, why was DW the 1 seed? That was funny, but... Brown and Cubby, both winners here in the Numb Thumbs Golf League kind of regular season. So we'll see how these guys kind of make things on out of here. As we head on down to the first tee once again. We're going to see Brown and Cubby go after it here.
Yahtzee, that was probably the best round I've seen so far out of this
Oh, it
group
went.
of guys
It
tonight.
went the whole damn 18
Oh
in
yeah, it went the
overtime.
distance.
Double Yahtzee.
We get things all set up here. We thank you all for tuning in and watching as we get ready to see our final match of the day get underway here. Need Ryan to leave the group. Now, as of course, we have the YouTube absolutely alive and well. 11 of you guys currently watching this one. absolutely fantastic to have around here. We thank you guys so much. Albert Anderson, Paul Ferdiani, Jessica Turner jumping on in there. Of course, Alan English, Josh Bittner, Tower Operator as well. Man, this was absolutely a fun night. Glad we can get some of these kinks all worked on out here as we try to get this final match up underway. We get ready to get things kicked off, just double checking everything and making sure it is alive and well. So here we go. The final match between Cubby Buck and Alan Brown. Oh my goodness, this one's been a long time in the making. Let's go ahead and see what these guys have in store for them here. Let's go ahead and see what struggles they're gonna have here in hole number 1. Looks like a very easy, but it has also got some choices to it. Par 5 first hole. Options to go to the left and to the right. We've seen players go to both sides here, depending on which way the wind is blowing. Then if you go to the left, it opens up the hole quite well for you to try to attack this par 5 in 2 and possibly give yourself a chance at a eagle. And you can see there just a tiny ridge behind the hole as Brown goes ahead and tees on off, puts it in the fairway down that left-hand side.
Now, when you're looking at the course, approaching a session like this, does your mouth just water when you see par 5s like this, just knowing that you've got that chance at something great?
Oh, absolutely. As Ryan tees off with a strong hit here, sending it on down the fairway, leaving himself a very good approach shot as well. These two guys playing at the best of their games, winning their matches, now facing each other. As here we go, Brown coming up just a little shorter than Cubby. Cubby hits the long ball quite well, downhill quite a ways with a 10-mile-an-hour trailing wind. Ooh boy, this one's gonna be tough. Brown ends up near that right-hand side a little bit more often, so he's gonna play this one a little bit more left. Clubs down twice here against the advice of his caddy, and does it work out? Puts that one within a few feet of the hole. What a shot.
Goodness. Fire that caddy now, boy. Get rid of him. See what Cubby can do here with a 10-mile-an-hour crosswind.
Leaves that one just a little bit out to the right. It's going to catch the rough, and it's going to catch the bunker. Not a difficult up and down, but not easy. Coming up from that bunker here on this first hole.
Lots of action out there.
Cross green punt here for Cubs. And just leaves it out to the outside. Good attempt there for the birdie. Here comes Brown, though, with a 5-foot eagle putt here. You don't see this very often. Let's see if he can't drain this one. Which he does. So moving on up, one up through the first hole for Brown. Moving on now down to the second with a strong prevailing wind here, 12 miles an hour. These guys are just gonna bomb away.
This shouldn't last too much.
Well, yeah, it shouldn't last much longer. Gonna get in trouble.
Good solid tee shot there for Brown. Cubby now up on the tee box, trying to follow suit here. Just absolutely lets that one rip. He's gonna go flying past Brown here, pretty much in the air. Goodness gracious, he absolutely uncorked that one.
Hopefully, I was muted when I was talking to my wife about her.
Well,
You were
maybe
not,
get
but
sick.
it's okay.
Oh my god! Sorry about that.
Brown now with a good solid full pitch shot here with the lob wedge. 11-mile-an-hour wind helping as they head on here into their approach shots.
yeah.
Good solid effort there from Brown. Needs a hop and a skip and a stop, which he gets
Oh,
right next to the hole. Man, Brown is on his A game here.
well, he's gonna have to stay on his A game. Cubby's been strong all night.
I lost my feed.
We got a little black screen as people are trying to load in here.
Well, give us a chance to talk about Numb Thumbs gaming community. Head on over there, check them out on Facebook, join their Discord, play all kinds of games over there and simulations. Looks like we're back loaded again here.
At that we are, as we're back live with Cubby's approach shot. Good looking attempt at it. Needs the same thing, just a hop, and a stop, which he gets a little bit more of a rollout, but that is okay. A very makeable 3-footer there for Cubby Buck. She is going to tap that one on in, and while Brown clears up his final putt here, let's go ahead and take a look back at, or take a look forward here at what's coming up here on this third hole. Very difficult with today's wind conditions. Not a lot of people hitting the green in regulation. Little backstop there to help these balls stop and get very close, but we've seen people end up on that backside, and that ridge is absolutely no joke. As Brown is now the first one up here to go on this third hole, a par 3, downwind by about 12 miles an hour. He's just going to go with a normal sand wedge and hope the wind carries it up that extra couple yards.
Albert Anderson is right. I haven't had time to rail on Mark Zuckerberg. He probably ruined this by cutting our feed. You're correct. Nice shot, though.
Wow, what a sit down there.
Brown with the wedge, making a pretty solid choice there, I think. Now having a difficult putt coming back across. Cubby already down by 1 in this match, trying to make some magic work here. Oh, leaves that one up in the light stuff here. The green fringe. He's going to have a difficult one coming back down that ridge and cross green. Not happy with the effort there, and I can see why. That ball's just going to keep rolling on by. Still a makeable par putt there. Brown seeing this putt for the 5th time here today. Going to try to make this one.
Again, a hard green to read running left to right here. Not a gimme here at 7 feet.
Again, Brown just leaves it out too far. Overreading this thing. I think the shadow was playing havoc with this man.
Cubby with no excuses drains that one.
Absolutely none. So here comes Allen to tie the hole. Tough comebacker with the side slope. Able to get that one to go on in. So match remains 1 up for Brown. And on down to the par 5 4th. Into the wind here. Difficult hole to reach here into. Now drifting
Down
a
the
little to the right. Should stop in time before reaching the fringe, which it does.
See if Cubby can fare any better.
He
Ooh,
needs,
it's going to deal with trees here.
he needs that one to move a little bit more to the right. Oh man, that is going to be a tough shot for the Cubs. Now Brown back into the wind uphill. He's going to club up to the 4-iron here. And with the side slope, this is kind of, if he puts this one on the green, he will be happy with it. Doesn't make the best of contact there. It'll be up by the green, but I think it will overrun it just a little bit. No, it is on the green. Very difficult long putt up ahead for Eagle.
Settled on the green, but it's settled way far from the pin. Let's see what Cubby does. It looks like he's going to use the 5-iron here. 179 to the pin. It's up right over there by Brown.
Yeah, that wind is absolutely wreaking havoc here with these golfers. Getting a little quick on their downswing. Looks like Cubby actually a little bit further away from Brown. And you can just see how much break they're having to deal with here. Plays it a good couple feet out, but it does not turn back. Wow, that's going to give Brown an interesting read here, but he does have a little bit more break to contend with. Up a total of a foot here to the pin.
It don't look like a fun putt.
It was not. Brown reading it pretty good though. Just leaving it on the low side. Both golfers on the A game here on the green with tap in birdie chances. So both guys making their birdies. Moving on now to the 5th. A tricky downhill crosswind with an island green that we've already seen quite a few water balls at. Brown easily finding the short stuff here. This way, it is a warm day, so he's going to find it into the shade.
Cubby gonna try to hit for the same area there, right there in that shade. Running a little bit left on him though.
He will push right down into the middle of the fairway.
Perfect
That
bounce.
it does, and he completely kicks all the way down the fairway here. And what a shot. Brown now with a very difficult in-betweener with the crosswind and downhill. He's just going to aim at the middle of the green and hope something sticks. He does. The wind drawing that ball back very nicely here. Little backstop behind the pin. Nice shot there from Brown, leaving it about 12 feet left for his birdie.
Nine mile an hour right to left is going to play havoc once again with these guys. Cubby's going to line up here and see what he can do with this gap wedge.
Hoping for that wind to carry it and push it up the green. Ooh, leaving himself a very difficult cross grain putt here. Gonna be aiming almost up by where the walkway bridge is to see this one fall into the hole. Here comes the putt for the birdie. Oh, what a putt. Absolutely putting the pressure on Brown now to force a make on his birdie putt here, which has a little bit of turn to it.
Brown with a great read, dead center.
Both drivers, or both golfers, I should say, driving and putting well here. Absolutely flying through this round. Brown, though, still 1 up through 5 as they approach the par 4 6th hole. Another one of these where you can get aggressive or you can play it safe, and it looks like Brown playing the aggressive mode here.
We've got a little wind left to right, 9 miles an hour. Over the water, it should be good.
Ooh, a little long for Brown. Big time mistake. Puts it in the heavy rough. He is close to the green. However, that rough will make a difference here.
I have faith in Brown that he will get out of that particularly rough stuff there. And Cubby, what a nice, right down the center.
And Cubby, seeing where Brown's at, decides I'm just going to put it in the fairway here and give myself a good look at an approach shot.
Cubby does 13 miles an hour, kind of behind him, push it a little right. Uphill could be tough. Really sizing it up. He doesn't want to lose this hole. Wind took it a little bit, but almost pin high.
Tricky.
Fading on him though.
And it's going to be a tricky putt coming back up that hill, Adam. It's going to be a solid putting up a cliff face, but Brown has no easy one either. He's got quite a work left to be done here, just kind of going through his options. I think he's going to go with a solid pitching wedge here and just try to get this one up onto the green.
It's really tough to get out of this rough. He hits it a little slow.
He does. It makes it over the water, which is a good side, but doesn't put it onto the green, so he's got a difficult chip ahead of him now.
Left him with a little bit of work to do.
Oh, and he hits that one a little short. The rough grabbing that club face. So a long chance, but a chance nonetheless for Cubby to win the hole. Coming back up that slow, up 2 feet with a ton of turn into it. Does he have enough steam on it? Not quite enough, and didn't turn as much as he thought. Brown with a fairly straightforward uphill putt here.
Cubby's putt didn't break like it looked like it would, and Brown
Brown's-
misses it.
Brown's putt
Ah,
looked like it wasn't supposed to turn, but the green grabbing the ball leaves it out to the left edge, giving Cubby an opportunity to make the match all square again, which he does as we head on now all square to the 7th hole, which is a very fun and yet difficult par 5 here. Got a couple options with a very narrow landing area, water everywhere surrounding this green, as it's going to be the aggressive are the ones who are going to survive here.
Oh, dodge that tree, buddy. Great shot.
Take a look here at that green pin in a very friendly location. We'll move back to live, where Cubby able to drop that one smack dab in the middle of the fairway. Brown trying to take the aggressive line as well here with the crosswind. Those yellow trees there on the corner are going to cause some absolute mayhem.
Great job to the designers of this course creating this challenging, fun.
Brown trying to shuffle underneath the tree. Doesn't have quite the distance that Cubby does. And he's going to be able to find the fairway down there as well. Very good aggressive play. So Brown now trying to hit his approach shot here into this green. Oh boy, this is going to be difficult. He is between clubs, and that is not what you want to do as you're trying to hit over some water.
Again, a big crosswind here, though, but Brown takes it into account.
Does he hits a pole just a little bit up into the slope just behind the green. Not happy with that effort and not happy with the leave from the tee. As here we go, Cubby now with a very good chance to try to stick this one close.
Gotta be careful here, though. There's so many things you can do wrong here on this approach.
He does, as that ball is flying just past the pin, bites, and a good look at birdie here for Cubs.
Beautiful shot by Cubby there. I'll take that any day of the week.
Oh, absolutely. Walking it off like it was absolutely nothing. Now, Brown coming back down this hill. This one's going to be dang near impossible to stop on this green.
Yeah, so much downhill action here to the left and forward.
Oh, he gives it a run, but his only chance of stopping that ball was to hit the flag and just runs it by the hole a little bit here. He is still away, so he has to at least make this to keep the pressure on Cubs to not absolutely choke this one. Little firm back up the hill, and he does make it. So Brown in the bucket hat, continuing to play okay, but here comes Cubs with the eagle putt here on this short par 5.
He's going to take his time here. This green is extremely difficult to read.
And he reads it well, makes the eagle to go one up for the first time in this match. Man, these heavyweight boxers are just going blow for blow here.
Can't wait to see what the back half has to offer here.
Moving on now to the 8th. Cubby has the honors.
Let's see what he can pull off here. Wind in his face. A little dangerous. Over the tree, through the woods. Ended up kicked left. Nice. That'll be a nice lay for him.
Oh goodness, got some flemage going on. 12 mile an hour headwind. Brown is just gonna take this one on. Pretty down one. Would love to get that back here quickly, as they're closing in on the final holes of this front nine. Match flying by here.
He didn't hit it as hard as Cubby. Now he's gonna have to make up for it here.
He's gonna try to take a little height out of this pitch to fight that wind, but it's gonna be difficult nonetheless. Looks like it's pretty good here. Does it have the forward hop? Not as much as he'd like, but still a good attempt. So now Cubby with a kind of in-betweener here, using the shot stick, and those are not easy here.
Well, I think Brown left his putt uphill. Should be good. Wow.
Oh, Cubby absolutely attacking it. What a shot.
Yeah, that was a little better shot, but Brown can save it here and tie the hole.
And not too much turn in this putt coming back up the hill. Brown easily making that birdie. Now Cubby just trying to tap it in for his birdie here. As,
Happy.
Zuckerberg playing with that darn connection again, but there he goes. So still one up for Cubby. We've seen some great heavyweight battles here. Approaching now onto the ninth, a very difficult par 3. It is got hole-in-one written over it, as there are slopes leading its way on down to the hole. Cubby electing not to use any of them. He's just going to go straight at it here. Gives himself a tricky downhiller back to it. See what Brown elects to do here. The 7 mile an hour wind, he's going to try to play this one out as not a pitch, but a full normal shot. And he hits it quick. He's hoping this one at least stays on the green. Trickle back down that right-hand side, and it looks like it will find the fringe. Ooh, and even trickle into the light rough here. So again, that wind just playing absolute havoc on these golfers.
Not too deep though. He's got a really decent shot chipping this in, and he
Which
does.
He does. Man,
Beautiful.
talk about a great comeback here. Now putting the pressure all on Cubby to make this birdie putt coming back down the hill. And it's going to sweep quite a bit left to right.
This will be a great finish to this front nine if he can sink this putt.
Inching its way back down the hill, and no, it doesn't turn as much as he reads. So man, we finished the first 9 all tied up here in this match. Moving on now to the back 9, 10th hole, as Brown has the honors on back. Difficult wind, and we got some tree troubles here for these guys. Brown trying to cut around the corner here. Does a great job of it. Puts it right in the middle of the fairway. Giving himself a good look for his approach shot. Cubby trying to now do the same. Cubby and Brown, both members of the NTGL, as well as the TGC Tour, as part of their CCE and CCF divisions. And this week, Cubby has played very well from what people have been saying over there on the grapevine.
That's a lot of words.
Brown coming back up the hill now with some wind helping, puts it past the hole here. That seems to be a pretty common miss.
The CCE and the CCP plus the CCF, and then you got the TGA and the PGA. There's a lot going on, Brown, with the golfing stuff. You guys are really getting to the nuts and bolts of the 22. What is it? Golf 22K? 23K? I don't know.
2K23 there.
Yeah, whatever. It's fun. It's a fun game, and these guys are showing us. Look at Cubby.
It is a simulation.
True. It is simulation.
Cubby about the same distance from the hole here. Coming up on this 10th. Tricky downhiller cross grain again. Let's see if he was able to read this one right. Oh, just a little too much turn to it. And that ball is going to continue to roll on away. Looks like he's got jalapenos all over that golf ball.
Spicy.
Brown now coming back down the hill again, cross green just a little bit. Let's see if he can leave this one in that bottom of the cup. It does not turn back for him here, overreading it, and it runs even further past than Cubby's does. Ooh boy, he's got a tricky one coming back up the hill. Coming back up the hill, and is able to find that right edge and drop it on in. So Cubby now to tie the hole here.
Tough one to tie it.
Oh,
Yeah,
and he
just
misses
missed
out on the outside edge. So we move on through 10, round back to 1 up.
Here comes the putter throw.
No doubt.
That's where I would be. Sorry.
Another tricky par 3 here on the 11th. Downhill and downwind. Brown electing to again ignore the caddy, saying, give me my 9-iron. Let's see if that's going to be enough club for him here.
He's not paid enough to know. Just make your own decisions. Great one here from Brown.
Does need to
Ooh,
hop
maybe.
up towards the hole a little bit, which it does. Excellent read there from Brown.
Cubby's going to answer that. Let's see what he can do here. Cycling through his clubs, going to settle on the 9. Nope, the 8. At 181. Let's see what he can do. He's got a little bit of a tailwind here, 9 miles an hour. Beautiful shot there.
See,
Not as close.
takes his time lining up this putt. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us here. I'm Alan Brown, the lead commentator and former pro, as I'm joined by a couple hacks and great commentators, Alan English and Adam Turner. As we return to the match, as we saw behind there, oh man, Cubby missing out on the edge here, leaving the room open for Brown to go 2 up in this match late on this back 9, which he does. So Brown, with his largest lead of the day in any match, as well as this match, moves on here to the 12th, which let's go ahead and take a quick look-see here. Options for these guys, they can go to the left or down the center with a horseshoe-style trap kind of surrounding that center landing strip here on this par 4. Difficult tree trouble even once when you get clear of the tee box here as you try to approach this green. And boy, oh boy, is it going to be a challenging one with all the trees on the left and the right. And the pin kind of tucked there to the right-hand side of the green offers these golfers a difficult match here on hole number 12. Brown safely aboard in the fairway, down there just a little ways. We move now to Cubby's shot. Open the wind to drag that one back. He's gonna, looks like, wind up in the same spot Ryan did earlier on. No, he's gonna hop right past it. Gonna be a little difficult though. Gonna have to do some shot shaping there to try to get that one to be worked around.
Well, the wind is right to left, 6 miles an hour. He's downhill a little bit. He's chosen the 7-iron. Looks like his shot looks pretty good. Center of the green.
Get a little draw in there. It's gonna be the right distance, about pin high. But definitely some work left there. Let's go ahead and send it on down to Cubby as he hits his shot in here.
He same scenario, 6 miles per hour. Same club, 7-iron. A little bit more to the right.
Needs a hop up, and he does not get it. He's going to end up in the light rough. A very makeable chip here. We saw Brown chip from a very similar situation here already in this match.
I'm wondering if Cubby's glasses are actually prescription or are they just for show?
looks like they are prescription as he makes the chip. So it looks like Brown now having to make this putt to maintain that 2-shot lead.
Here we are. Back with us after Zuckerberg tried to steal our game.
Back down the hill, Brown does find the hole. So, moving on. Knew I left that one open. So we move on. Brown's still 2 up through 12 here. Heading on over to another challenging par 3 with a absolutely brutal wind here. 9 miles an hour cutting across these guys.
And it's not impossible to get a hole-in-one here, but it's not easy. This crosswind is really, really brutal.
Brown trying to play a little bit of a cut by the looks of it into that breeze. Gonna take good effort here. The breeze holding that ball up. Man, he read it pretty good. Will it land soft? It will not. It will roll past a hole a good little ways.
Cubby's going to watch that and try to shape his shot maybe similar, maybe some adjustments here.
That's the beautiful thing about match play here, Alan, is you get to watch your opponent and plan your next shot how he played it. Cubby playing at a different line here, deciding to ride the wind, finds the green, but has a little bit further of a putt than Brown. Not by much, only about 4 feet difference here. Coming back tough though. It's going to be a flat one, not up or down, but it will turn right to left just a little bit. Oh, and it turned a little bit more than just a little bit there for Cubby. Leaves that one a little bit short. Brown with a putt very similar to one he had against Ryan here. Let's go ahead and see if he can't make this. And he leaves it way out to the right-hand side. Man, oh man, both guys now going to just tap it in for par and move on here to the 14th.
Difficult greens here at Iron Falls.
Thanks for the wow.
Expert commentary.
That was total expert. It was Brown's with the 3-wood. We'll see what he does.
No, he's actually clubbing up, and he's going to go with the driver here.
Huevos. What he's got.
Man, he is not happy with that one. He needs a big bounce here to find the fairway, and he did not. He's going to end up in the thick stuff on a par 5 that you really need to be going for it into here while playing match play.
Let's see if Cubby can learn from Brown's mistakes. He used a 3-wood.
She did, but he's going to be a little short and get caught up in that rough. So both golfers maybe having a little fatigue, as this has been a very long tournament here tonight for these guys.
He got it out, but back into the rough. A really bad lie there.
Difficult leave there as he's got some major tree trouble. Brown is just going to play his hybrid out of this rough and try to play it up the left-hand side of this fairway, which he does.
He did. Let's see what Cubby has. He has to have a super trick up his sleeve to have a chance at this hole. Short.
Both golfers absolutely on their A game here tonight, ending up in this final grouping for the championship title.
What's the trophy? What do we win tonight?
You know, I was honestly thinking of buying the winner a pack of beer.
Oh, well, you may have to buy Brown a pack of beer.
I just may. As Brown hits a somewhat okay approach shot here, Cubby trying to keep the pressure on him though, and puts this one very close. He would have loved to make that. The pressure is on Brown now to try to make this putt and go up 3 with 4 to go.
This is where we need a beer sponsor, guys, for prize distribution.
And he just missed to the left.
It was a long putt. Believe it or not, a 22-foot putt like that has I believe it's a 6% chance of going into the hole. So I'm not expecting to really make that. Both golfers making their pars as we head on down to the 15th here. Another go for it or don't go for it hole for these golfers here tonight. It's definitely drivable. We've seen mostly everybody play it short, though. A couple people have gone for it, like Ryan, and it has paid off well for him, and is in a very friendly location as well. As these golfers now head up on to the tee box.
Little change in wind direction. Now we're seeing the wind out of the left as opposed to earlier. Let's see if these guys can adapt.
I'm tired of hitting some awkward pitch shots here into the green. He's actually going to go for this one.
Straight on. I like it.
Oh, it's got the line. Does it have the legs? Yes, it does. He finds his way onto the green. It's going to be a long putt, but he's going to get a little bit of help from the backslope there. Great shot from Brown.
He's got his hybrid. Nope. He's going with the 3-wood. Nope. He's going with the driver.
Well, that is what happens here in golf. Especially Cubby down 2 has to go for this one now. Brown putting the pressure on him, trying to just shut the door to go 3 up with 3 to play here. Cubby with a great tee shot here. That one needs to get up though. It does. Hits the rock. Ends up short in the trap. I had a little lag issue there, but coming back straight up against the slope here. Goodness gracious, this is a tough bunker shot.
At least he's got some stairs to walk up here.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, that's tough.
I'll be really hoping for that chip for the birdie to drop in here. Brown now has a downhill tough putt that sweeps a little bit, about 28 feet, but the pace is going to be the big thing here on this putt.
Yeah, and it's really difficult with the downhill slope here.
Really is. It started off on a good line, just trickles on by, and it kept on rolling. Brown still away now as this putt to win the hole and make this match dormy. And it doesn't go in. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely choking away a possible easy victory here. Man, get that guy some putting lessons.
Everybody loves a good dark and stormy. Oh, he missed it as well.
And Cubby leaves it just a little shy of the hole. Man, these guys are definitely feeling the pressure here in this championship match.
No, Brown wins the hole.
3 up, 3 to play here. Brown is a dormy as we go here and the very fun 16th hole. Brown electing to take the short line here. It's a little bit of a fade with that wind. This one needs to get some legs. And it does just barely hop up onto the fairway.
Into the shade. Let's see what Cubby can do, trying to emulate that shot. And
Cubby with fewer challenges there than Brown easily finds that fairway.
actually a better shot. Brown is out.
He is, and he is between clubs here, between a 4-iron and a 4 hybrid here, Adam. With a bunker in the front and bunker behind, he does have a backstop though, but the 8-mile-an-hour crosswind is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, I would try to hit it straight into the clown's mouth.
Oh, well, it would have been a great shot, but he absolutely pulled that one. Watch out there on the left. Oh, and it drills the guy in the blue directly in the McNugget sack.
Yeah. Wow. Got real aggressive. Are you having a big one over there? You all right? Here's Cubby.
Even the door open for Cubby here. He's got more options with his clubs. He's going to really try to attack this thing. He has to win all of these holes from here on out.
I hope this fake course isn't in Qatar. There would be no booze sold. What
The
a
Cubby
disgrace.
playing a little long here, trying to make use of the back slope, not quite able to do so. Finds himself in the rough. Brown now in the trap. One of the first bunkers he's been in all day here. He's going to try to splash this one out of here.
Ball below his feet. Played well. Could have used a little bit more to the left, but I'd take that coming out of
And he doesn't hold
hand.
the green as that pin. Treacherous spot. Cubby's going to have the same issue here. Everything runs away from him, and there's a possibility of it running off the green.
Well, hopefully Cubby learned. A little softer, a little slower, a little more
He is
hand.
definitely making use of that slope, and that ball is just going to keep on trucking here. But he does manage to stay onto the green. So Brown now with a chance to chip in to win the match. Oh, and it just misses to the outside. And here comes Cubby. He needs this to stay alive.
This is to win the hole.
Which he
Wow.
does. So the match continues on. Dormy here after 16. Moving on now to the 17th.
Incredible competition we've seen here today. Guys taking it right down to the line.
This is the first time here today that Cubby has seen any of these holes. His matches were all done before hole 15. So he has not gotten a feel for this course just yet. Cubby playing it safe here. Brown seeing another opening here to maybe try to put the little bit of heat on him here. He's going to go for the green with that 7-mile-an-hour crosswind.
The nail in the coffin is not going to come easy, but because of that crosswind and the shape of this fairway and green.
Well, he definitely didn't shoot himself in the foot, but he left himself a very difficult chip back across the green. Brown is actually going to be away here. You can just see what he's going to be facing here with that sideways slope coming back down towards the pin. Oh man, he is not happy with that effort, and you can see why. Leaving it up on top above the hole. A dang near impossible putt, so the door wide open for Cubby to take this one to the 18th.
Cubby with 33 yards here, trying to pitch it up with the lob wedge. 9-mile-an-hour wind in his face. Practice swing there.
Ooh.
Oh, in the sand.
Keeps it short in the sand. And he stays in the sand, playing hurry golf here. Getting very frustrated.
Stick with it there, Cubby.
Gonna make use of that slope. Is it gonna roll back down? Yes, it is. Back to the hole. So Brown has a few opportunities here to close this one on out. He's got to be very careful with this downhill, though.
That big cliff right there can launch your ball. Wow, look at it turn.
Brown reading it pretty good and actually leaves himself a very good putt here. And this is to win the match. And he has made it. So the match is over. Brown, your championship winner here tonight in the first ever inaugural Match Play Championship. Man, it's been an absolutely fantastic time here, guys. We thank you guys for joining us out here onto the course. It was an absolute pleasure doing this game for all of you guys. Adam, Alan, I know we had our own little glitches in there, here and there, but we had some good fun out there on the course tonight.
Yeah, Brown, I guess we get to interview you since you did win the match here tonight. Tell us a little bit about what was the most challenging portions out there. What did you struggle with the most? Was it the crosswinds? Was it the difficult pin locations? What did you struggle with the most out there, buddy?
It was really those crosswinds. It was a very difficult to read on those approach shots, especially on these shorter shots where your wedges and your irons are flying a little higher in the air. The wind just absolutely took it away. And these greens are no joke either. We saw multiple opportunities by all of our groupings here today to make some putts and just not quite able to drain them. Very difficult to read.
Well, to the victor go the spoils. Congratulations. Hopefully you can get us a beer sponsorship out of this. At least like to have a couple cold ones while I'm watching some golf.
That indeed. Well, as we wind things down here from PGA 2K23, we thank you all for tuning in and watching. We will be back to a regular scheduled program on Wednesday with the Vigilante Racing League action over there at Atlanta in the trucks. Be on the lookout for that one. But until then, we appreciate you guys coming on out here, having some fun with us, and we look forward to seeing you all out here on the course again soon.
We gone.
See ya.